Today we're going to be talking about how I saved money in 2019, and hopefully you can use my strategies to build up your emergency fund like I always say. If you guys like content like this, please give the subscribe button a smash, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because you'll always be notified when I upload a new video. Alright, let's get into it. Saving money is no easy task, and we all know that because we've all struggled to save money at some point in our lives. Maybe some of us are doing pretty well, who knows. But I read a statistic the other day where it's like 65% of Americans could not cover a $1,000 expense in cash. And I think that is sad, but you can't blame them because people weren't taught this in school. It's not something that just comes up in your second grade math class. Saving money is really, I'd almost consider it a muscle. It's something that you have to train and you have to work at. And it's a decision that you're going to have to make with yourself. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like if you're overweight and you start going to the gym, it's a decision that you make and you decide, hey, I'm going to do something about this. And no one's saying you're going to get a six-pack abs right away or none of that. Like, it takes time, and that is what people need to understand. It takes time. One of the things I hear a lot is that I can't save money right now. I don't have enough money. There's too many bills. And that may play a factor. But you need to understand that saving money, like I said earlier, is something that you grow slowly and that you train and you try to become better. So even if you're throwing in $1 into a savings account every month, that $1 is now training a habit that I save this dollar every month. Next month, maybe it's $20, maybe it's $50, and you build that slowly. It's all about making the right choices and building good habits because good habits are what's going to get you to that next level. I don't agree with the fact that you can't save any money because there's always some money to save. Now, if you're to the point where you're only being able to save $1 for multiple months and nothing's changed because there is no money after all the bills, then maybe it's time to think about maybe upping your income, and that might be the problem. But there's never an excuse to not save money because there's always money you can save. Always. We're trying to build good habits, and good habits are going to build a foundation for the rest of our lives. The way I like to save money is automation, 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 and automation. Because if you don't have to think about it, it just happens, and there you go. One big thing is that I don't like to keep my money in the checking and savings accounts that I use on an everyday basis because if I can see that money, it's going to be consumed. That's just human nature. You see something, you're going to consume it. Especially in today's age where we have so much at our fingertips, we just consume, and it's just part of society nowadays. So one of the things I really like to do is I like to have separate savings accounts for whatever I'm trying to work up to. So right now, I'm trying to get another down payment on a house. So I have a separate savings account in a completely different bank. I use Wealthfront for that one. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to sign up for Wealthfront. I have an HSBC account that I use for travel or some savings that I want to go buy. Say I'm trying to buy a new camera, I'll use that account for that. And different goals that come up, I'll have other savings accounts as well. I think I have maybe 5 savings accounts. It's important to note that these savings accounts are high yield interest savings accounts. I am not putting my money somewhere where I'm getting 0.1% interest on my money. These big brick and mortar banks, most of the time they just have these very low interest rates, and you just do not want to do that. I use Wealthfront, HSBC, I've heard Ally's pretty good with 1.9, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. You want to have these savings accounts that are going to keep your money up with inflation so you can start making some of that passive money. Now, it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot at first, but that money will build on itself. The reason why I like to have my money in separate accounts is because I don't see that money. And like I said, that is so important. And when it's automated, money just comes into my account from my checking account and immediately gets dispersed to all these different accounts. That way, I'm only left with what I need to use for my daily spend, such as gas, groceries, mortgage payments, things like that. One tool that I really recommend, and I've said it before, is mint.com. The super cool thing about Mint is that you can link up your goals on the goals tab, and you scroll over and look at all your goals, and you can have these goals linked to different savings accounts, and it'll tell you, say you want to save 10 grand by the end of the year. It'll say you're behind by this many months or you're ahead by this many months. It will really help you narrow down what your goals are and force you to use this separate savings account method. I have a checking and a savings with Capital One, but all my real savings are in different banks because it'll take a couple days to get to me, so I'm not tempted to go after and get it. And I don't see it on an everyday basis when I'm checking my balance to try to see what I can do here, and there. Saving money is a muscle. It really is. It's something you got to train your brain to do. So start small. Start small. Open up a Wealthfront account. Start putting $20 in there a month. See what happens. Next thing you know, 3 months down the road, you got $60 in there, and like you're like, oh, cool. And that'll incentivize you to put more money in because you're like, it's a great feeling. I just saved all this money, and you watch your net worth go up. Boop. Just a little bit every month, and it's great. You start seeing yourself saving money, getting money. It's a great feeling. I promise you, it's super, super rewarding. By the way, Mint helps you track your net worth as well, so gotta check that out. If you have no savings right now, your number one priority is going to be getting that emergency fund up. You want that emergency fund because that'll give you some peace of mind. So how are we going to do it? Step one, open up a Wealthfront account. Got to do it. 2.07, they just lowered rates just because the Fed is cutting rates as well. 2.07 is still a very high yield savings account. It's going to be beating most of the savings accounts out there. And what are we going to do? We're going to throw $10 in there a month, maybe $1 a month, something. We're going to throw something in there every month, and we're going to have it automated. You're going to know when your check comes in, and you're going to say, I want to pull this amount and put it into Wealthfront every month. And we're going to start slow because this is not something that's built in a week or 2 months. This is something that's long term, but it will benefit you. Time spent, value earned. We have to spend some time on this. And we're going to slowly start building that nest egg. We're slowly going to start building that emergency fund because we need that emergency fund. We need it, we need it, we need it. It's going to help us out in the future. So some things to consider. I have my checking and main savings account with Capital One. I like to keep at least a rent or mortgage payment in my checking account all the time. So that's there, so I can always pay that whenever I need to. And I like to have a little bit extra in that savings account as well. So if anything crazy happens, I don't get any overdraft fees. It just kind of helps and pulls from my savings so I don't have to pay anything else. All my other accounts are accounts that I do not touch and I just track with Mint. And it's super, super great. That's what you need to start doing. You need to start diversifying your savings accounts. What is this account for? Why do you have this savings account? Is it just there for whatever? No. What is the purpose of this account? Because we do not want to be part of that 65% statistic. We want to be able to have a safety net so we don't have to fall back on credit cards and paying credit card interest. Credit card is still great, but we do not want to pay interest. No. Maybe you're saving for a wedding. Maybe you're saving for a down payment on a house. Maybe you're saving for a new camera like I am. You need to have these savings accounts set up. Now, if you're saving for something that's more than 5 years away, I would recommend investing that money instead. I think of high yield savings accounts are for money that you need, that you don't need to go away, such as an emergency fund. You need that cash there and you need it ready at all times. You never know when an emergency is going to happen. It's an emergency, it comes up. But anything over 5 years, you should really be investing that money because you'll get a higher rate of return on your money most of the time, and it's a safer bet. We're young right now, so we can take these risks. So to recap again, we're going to get multiple savings accounts. We're going to have goals for each one of these savings accounts that are goals for under 5 years. If it's anything over, we're going to invest it, and I'll have a video on how you should start investing soon. Guys, if you like content like this, these videos take me a long time to make. If you guys could please hit the like button, it would mean the world to me. And subscribe if you like content like this because I'll be pushing out a video every week. And hit the notification bell because you got to be notified when I upload something new. You don't want to miss out. I'm here to try to help you guys understand your money and how to manage it. And I'm trying to do this in the best way I possibly can. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave a comment down below. And if you guys made it to the end of the video, you guys are awesome. Comment down below and say, made it to the end or something like that. That'd be really, really great. And please share this video with your friends and family. This is something that we really need to start dialing in and spread the love so everyone does not have to worry about money and it's not a stress on everybody. As always, guys, I'm Dillon, and until next time.